It's Raider Nation Central. Yeah! It's Raider Nation Central! Yeah! 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 It's Raider Nation Central!
So here with a couple Big Ten legends at quarterback. Obviously, former Player of the Year in the conference, Michael Robinson. But only one here was the Heisman Trophy winner and undefeated as a Big Ten quarterback. What's up, Fernando? What's up, champ?
How are you doing? Yeah, good to see you, Mr. Robinson. Pleasure to see you guys too. Thank you guys for having me on.
Oh man, thank you for coming on.
Dude. Yeah,
awesome
my pleasure.
Hey, look, Clint Kubiak came out today and kind of reinforced what we talked about yesterday with Kirk and Max. And look, we want to protect the quarterback, we want to protect the team. But that also meant that you got out there and got some reps with the ones today. How did it feel?
Yeah, it felt good. It was my first time going with the ones. I've been blessed enough to be able to get a lot of reps, especially with the twos and threes during camp, developing. But being able to get thrown in there with the ones, getting thrown in the fire, it was great. There were a lot of mistakes that I made, a lot of things to work on, but I believe that my operations gotten better and their offense was able to capitalize at the end on a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you can have whatever type of game you want, but it all comes down to the last 2 minutes.
That's it, baby.
Fernando, my question is, man, where do you think that has been your areas of growth, especially since that first rookie minicamp when you got here to now? Now you're running, getting some run with the ones. What has been your biggest level of growth?
I'd say my biggest level of growth has to be my under center play. And also I believe that my footwork has evolved. Not only with my passing footwork from shotgun, but my run tracks, making sure I'm getting the ball to the running back deep and on their landmarks, making sure my play action pass footwork and my ball action is where it needs to be in order to give my guys the best chance of getting open and also help the offensive linemen and offense in general. So I'd say footwork, because that also plays into the timing where, hey, this route that you gotta hit is a 1-hitch throw. It's not a 2-hitch, it's not a 1.5 hitch, it is a 1-hitch throw. So tying that all in with the footwork and the under center play has really evolved my game.
Well, hold up, Brett, and I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm glad you said that, man. You talked about that under center footwork and being in shotgun. You spent a lot of time in shotgun in college. Explain to our viewers the differences in that, being under center, the effect on the defense, and being in shotgun.
Yeah, there's a big effect, especially you're playing a different game. You're playing a different game. Being in shotgun and being under center, they both have their advantages and they both have their disadvantages. And the system that Coach Kubiak runs, which I'm very blessed and happy to be a part of, is an outside zone scheme where we want to make sure that we're going to run the ball first.
There you go.
And then off that, we're going to stretch sideline to sideline, let our offensive linemen show their talent and get those outside zone and inside zone blocks. And when we're able to do that, we need to be under center. So we have the ability of disguise. We could hand it off, we could play action it, we could keeper it. That's been a big part of our offense as well. And so it creates this stance where the defense gets the same picture before they snap every single time.
So they don't know.
And they can't see the ball because your back's on the defense. They can't see if you've handed it off, if it's in your belly. They can't see where the ball is because your back is to the defense. But at the same time, your back is to the defense, so it's a little tougher to see them. You have the shotgun when you're up there, you're getting a good, nice little view. So there's a lot of intricacies to it, but that's just like the basic explanation.
That's awesome.
Well, and look, I think Kirk's obviously had a lot of experience in this scheme from his career in the league, and I loved what you said about competing with him, right, to become the best version of yourselves for this team. Is there something tangible? Because we always say like, oh, it's great to have the veteran presence, but is there something tangible that you've really picked up from Kirk that's helped you out here?
Well, I've picked up so much from Kirk, is not only his veteran experience, but also he's had experience with Coach Kubiak in Minnesota when he was balling with the Vikings. And so when we're installing the offense, installing new plays, and he's like, hey, remember that from 2021 in Minnesota from that game? And we're able to look back at the game and to be able to get his thoughts on the concept, not just what's on the card, but on how he sees it, on his progressions, his accelerators through it so he can get the ball out quick. And it's more listening than sometimes asking. If I go to him, hey Kirk, so it's gonna get tired of me. So it's a lot of eyes and ears open. And Coach Dinoco has been fantastic, as well as Coach Sullivan. And Aiden O'Connell started a plethora of games as well in the NFL. So it's been an amazing experience to learn and listen from them.
Yeah, Purdue's been in the news a little bit lately. So we don't necessarily have to get into that, Fernando. I'm sorry,
Hoosiers.
Yeah, there it is.
Talk about some of the young
that's okay.
Talk about some of the pass catchers that's been standing out. Some guys on the outside that's been standing out during training camp so far.
Yeah, there have been a lot of reps going out. There's been a ton of pass catchers, and evidently you got to start with Brock Bowers, special player, no tight end I've ever seen. But then also we have Michael Mayer, or Meyer at the position, who's a fantastic pass catcher as well. And then we got Trey Chucker, Jalen Naylor. We have, the running backfield. We have Ashton. There's so many guys. I could be here for 15 minutes. I don't want to say everyone's name because I don't want to miss one or get anybody mad. But that's kind of like the group that's been running with the ones as of now. But we have a very deep room, and when I go in with the twos or with the threes, I feel confident. I'm like, hey, my guys can beat man coverage, and I'm excited to go play in the preseason with those guys.
I think a lot's been made again about the Kirk and Max thing, but like you've seen Max out there, you've probably felt him a little bit as well. What's that like? Understanding like this dude is going to give absolutely everything on every single play, and you got to be kind of prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't have social media, so I haven't seen it, but if it is a big thing, from my understanding, I don't want to speak for Kirk. Kirk and Max are two of the biggest competitors on the team. You see the defense make a good play, you see Max get all riled up, you see the offense make a good play, you see Kirk inspiring, celebrating, and off the field, they're good buddies. Like they're talking, they're learning from each other about cadence, about all these different things, learning so the Raiders can be the best organization possible. And sometimes we get two competitors. That's how it happens. But it's good.
When they got after it a little bit, what would you? Did you come in?
Word is he was ready to jump in.
Were you ready to jump in? Come on, man. You're in the same position.
Look at him. 6'5", 240.
I don't even know if you can say got after it. They're just talking and hashing it out. Just like two great competitors would. And I think it's, as a young player and a lot of the rookies, having those two guys who've done it at the highest level, who've been Pro Bowlers, who've experienced excellence at that position. It's great to learn from them, and it's good because it shows that the competitive nature in practice.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not out here slugging. Oh, it's practice day 8. It's hot in here in Vegas. It's 113 degrees, guys. Let's just push this practice. No, we're gonna compete our butt off and take every rep like it's a game rep.
Yeah, that's the last one here for you, Fernando. Thanks again for spending some time here with us, man. You get your first preseason action coming up here next week.
Yeah.
Like, what excites you about that opportunity to kind of put it all together a little bit?
Yeah, it's crazy. It's gonna be, it's always a shock. Went from level to level. I'm sure you guys experienced it. Going from high school, and then when you play and you play against Ohio State, or play against, now Indiana, and you see them, wow, I'm playing against them, and now. In the NFL, like, okay, I'm playing against an NFL team. It's the Cardinals. How fantastic. And they had a great game, the Hall of Fame game the other day. I think it's going to be great. Great to get thrown in the fire there, dip my toes in the pool and experience it with all the other rookies and all the other young players we have on the Raiders, because I think Coach Kubiak has said this stat, I believe we have one of the youngest offenses, if not teams, I don't want to misspeak,
That's right.
in the league.
Yeah.
So it's going to be great going out there with those guys, molding, evolving, and growing. And I'm really excited for it, and really excited to take advantage of the opportunity, because you only get so many.
There you go, man.
No doubt.
That's awesome.
What a stud right here. Appreciate you, Fernando. Go Hoosiers, buddy.
Go Hoosiers. Here we go.
Ashton, we just spent the morning watching a Raiders practice, and look, last year was last year. It certainly is in the past. The new year looks a lot better and more comfortable for you. What are we going to see run game wise that we didn't see last year?
Yeah, I think as far as the run game, I think it's going to be more explosive this year. Obviously we got some more guys added to that O line. Colton's healthy, JPJ's healthy, so it's going to be a way more explosive run game for sure.
Was last season frustrating for you, man? Because I ain't gonna lie, being an analyst, watching it on tape, I'm like, bruh, give my dude something, give him something. You know what I mean? Was it frustrating last year being your rookie year?
Yeah, I think at certain moments it was, just because coming off, my junior year, having so much success, and then, a total, flip-flop. But I also think for myself, I just feel like I could have played at a better level too, regardless of what was happening,
Yeah.
So you get Clint Kubiak in here, and obviously we all saw the success he had in Seattle. We all saw run game wise how good this system can be. Now that you've gone through it, is it different, better, more interesting than you thought? I mean, talk about the Clint Kubiak influence here.
Yeah, I mean, it's different in a good way, the level of detail to each and every single run, the motions, all types of things that we're doing just to execute in the run game. So I love what I'm seeing so far.
You get a chance to talk to Kenneth Walker III? Because, he's a dude that had a lot of success in this exact run game. You ever talk to him or anything?
Yeah, I talked to him a little bit. We actually had seen each other in Texas. We was both at Nebraska Furniture Mart, but shout out to him though.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Furniture, bro.
Shopping furniture, man. But I seen my dog.
We buy anything?
I did. I don't know if he did though. But yeah, it was good just chopping it up with him, and obviously, him having such great success, winning Super Bowl MVP. So that gives me all the excitement in the world in this offense.
We were talking to you before this interview started. You look a little different, look a little leaner,
Faster.
faster.
Yes, practice.
What have you done and why?
Yeah, I think as far as my off-season training, dialed it in more, better regiment, going into training camp, and then also my diet, So really switching up how I eat, being more healthy, more clean, and I feel that it's really translated, onto the field and, getting my body right.
That's what's up, man. Last one for me. I want to talk about your rookie quarterback, right? Fernando Mendoza, man. What have you seen from him? And what has been the difference from when the first time you saw him during OTAs and mini camps and things like that to the growth you're seeing now in training camp?
Yeah, I think the biggest difference is the game slowing down for him, right? He's going through his reads now. He's getting the ball out quick. And, just today in that 2-minute, he's kind of getting the guys going, letting them know, like, we got to make these plays right here. And obviously he backed it up and, we won the 2-minute today in practice. So you love to see that, from a young quarterback.
Is he vocal? Like, has he been, like, asserting himself as being one of the leaders on the team?
Yeah, I believe so. And also, obviously, as a young guy, it's also the work you put in, being that example so that you can, in those times, speak up when you need to. So I really feel that presence from him.
We love to talk about playmakers, and certainly on this offense, you got Brock Bowers, you got plenty of receivers. One of the biggest additions from this team this offseason was Tyler Linderbaum, your center.
Yeah.
We've talked to people here throughout the course of the day. They rave about him. You have seen him in practice every day.
Yeah.
Why is he so good?
I mean, the energy he brings every single day, I think it starts with that. I mean, you could tell he just loves to play football. I mean, he's just a baller, you know what I'm saying? Like, and he comes out, he's consistent every single day, and, it's real easy to run behind him,
Look forward to see. Oh,
He's the apex of the push.
Yeah.
Ian,
There you go.
So when you're
There
doing
you
that
go.
outside zone, you put your foot in the ground, that's usually the apex of the
That's
push.
it right there.
Pick up
Get
for
the
the
play
Raiders.
started.
all right, look forward to seeing it play out on the field. Ashton, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate y'all.